G'day again, guys. You guessed it. Today we're gonna go back in and continue to look at the hunting pressure and need zone flipping stuff. I just cannot help myself. I've gotta sort some things out. Well, I don't have to, but I am curious. Basically, the community manager saw my first video on the hunting pressure from Nine Rocks Games, and he reposted some info, kind of as a reply to the video, and it's some good information on the hunting pressure. So I'm going to share that with you guys. But what we are on here is Transylvania, of course, as we can see. And I'm trying to think here the best way to do this, because I've set up the hunt already, because I actually started recording this and the recording messed up, so I'm having one of those days. Where it's like, oh no. So the hunt is sort of set up. I'm just trying to think of the best way to do it. So I think I'll just leave the UTV here for now and make my way this direction. Pretty much what there is a red deer herd and a roe deer herd this direction that I've never hunted before. So I'm on Transylvania because I need to make sure that none of the animals have any hunting pressure built up on them. So I'm out here in Valea grasslands. Because you can see it's all a dark area. This is just uncovered because I just drove here to get to the fast travel point. So these animals shouldn't have, they definitely have no hunting pressure on them already. And I'm doing that because Michael, the community manager there, said he was watching the episode and I was getting a couple elk herds flip on the one instance. Like as soon as I shot and harvested, the zone would flip. And he implied that there could have been previous hunting pressures stored up on those herds. I'm going to be also losing my voice today. So to do the test, I sort of need to make sure there is no previous hunting pressure saved up on the animals. And I don't think there was actually on the one elk herd, because I never hunted at that drink zone, like never ever. And I don't hunt that area that elk herd at all, really, so I don't think there was any hunting pressure on there. But I want to make sure to rule that out, so that's why we're on Transylvania. I'm just going to go to the middle of their zones, these red and roe deer here, just to see who shouts out first, and that's what we'll go after. So basically we have to first locate one of their often zones, right, and then basically place a shot. But there is some info. There is more info that the devs released on it that I want to go over here. I also want to bring up the setup we have. There's been a few questions and a topic that's come up about what are the new best combos, right? Now we got the jackals here, and I never hunt these guys. So maybe this will test out the new combo I've got going on here. So let's crouch down for a second so they stop yelling at me. We can assume that they are at an often zone, so maybe we can test this out. It's not a great test just because I don't know for sure that their zone that they're at is often. But why not? They're right here. Let's just take a look what happened. Mainly I'm doing more of a basic hunt. I just need to sort of gather some information and see what happens over time. Because I'm not sure that's actually happening a lot for people where it's flipping on one instance, the zone. So anyways, the setup is what we have is the RMAD, the 270. And this rifle is so good for all tier 5. Like it's just an excellent rifle. Like it's going to be the top all-round rifle, I think, in the game going forward here. For tier 5 it's perfectly fine, but it's also good for all tier 6s pretty much. So this covers your tier 5 and tier 6, but we also have tier 1 through 4 not covered, right? We can't really use a shotgun for it anymore. So what I've been thinking is the Gavi, the little flu arrows, the 1 through 4. So basically got all the tiers covered with these two things, and this has the bonus of keeping the difficulty of the game up a little bit. Well, in terms of shot placement, right? With the flu arrow here. For the small game, because the small games are usually typically fairly easy with a rifle, unless you're like using the 22 or so. So tier 1 through 4, you kind of take it out with the flu arrows. But it keeps the difficulty up because the shot can be more difficult, right, with the wind pulling these arrows so much. And then the RMAD's kind of overpowered for tier 5, but not really. But it keeps the challenging up for tier 6, right? So I think it's an interesting combo to be using. So I think I only seen just the 2. Oh, there's an adult male in there. Well, let's hunt one of these guys, anyways. They're right in the brush here. And if they're like foxes, I rarely hunt these guys. We should be able to get in fairly close without actually using the collar. The problem is I'm not going to have any visibility on them. Good old Transylvania here. Now we can use the little camera. Oh, they're right. They would be in the open if I came from a better direction. Oh, who's coming out to see me here? Oh, is this a defensive move? From a jackal? Oh, I'm going to turn around. Let's go for this mature female if I can get them to hold still. I don't think I'm going to be able to get them to hold still. They're just in a rough spot from this angle. I don't really want to go around. But the wind's good. Can I go around and get a better... I mean, instead of just taking the rifle out and plunking one, at least it makes it a little bit more of a challenge here. So what do we have? 40... It's 40 meters to the bushes, 30 meters? 30 meters? Yeah, this shot's going to probably be bad. I could call, because the females come to that low fit call, right? And they're not really sitting still. So it looks like I've stirred them all up, right? Let's see if we just pull a female out. We'll try and see what happens. If I can even find their zone. They're often not standing right on the highlighted part. Oh, you're all going to laugh at me, are you? That's fine. Come get the flu arrow. Let's see what happens. Oh, we got one really close. Oh, adult female. Well, that's... Okay, how close are you going to get? Oh, well. For testing, anyways. I gotta shoot probably really low. Well, the hunter sense dot's on, so it helps. I don't actually want to use the hunter sense dot, but oh well. Did the flu work? Medium amount of blood, red. Okay, well it didn't hit the lung. I must have hit back. She was kind of walking there, and I don't have a whole lot of experience with it. Okay, so there she's down there now. So, where's their zone though? I wanted to check. I always want to check beforehand, right? But it makes it a little difficult. Great, I'm not even going to know where the zone is. That makes that hard for testing. I can't even locate it. I mean, the rest zone, if that's where they're at, I don't even know if it's the rest time. What are they doing at noon? Is it the rest? If it's the rest, the rest zones are really hard to find. They're like 4 feet by 4 feet. It's almost rest time. So they would have... oh no, it is rest time. Okay. So yeah, great. I'm going to run around here just to see if I can... Oh, maybe this is it here. Yeah, see all the little smaller patches? They're super hard to find. Oh, eating. Oh, that's not right. That's bunny rabbits. A good spot for jackals to be, though. Alright. Probably this is the same. Alright, maybe this isn't going to be a good test, because I might not be able to find their zone. Yeah, oh well, that's not going to be a good test at all. I can't even find their zone, so much for that. I kind of went all the way around in the circle here. Where they were. And no glowing things, so... Oh well. Would have been good to know if it flipped on the little flu shot. That's another question. Is it like Call of the Wild where the bows do less hunting pressure maybe? There's no info on that so far. Yeah, okay, so I missed. just behind. Oh, went through too. Alright. 31 big ones. There she is. Alright, let's keep going on the original plan. Hopefully I hear a call. Oh, there's some wild boar up here. So guess what? We're changing tactics here. We're going for these guys. So I'm trying to think of what I should do. I mean, I should go and check out their zone first before placing the shot, or I could be lazy and just assume they're at their often zone, which is not good science. But I don't really want to, not on Transylvania, keep trekking back and forth. And I'm not doing super, oh, here's those jackals. Super serious science here. I'm just wanting to observe. So we might just take one out and just see what the zone says. We know where they're going to be, though. Can I get in close enough on Hiker just to check the zone without spooking them? I mean, that would be best. Right, I think... Did you just alert? Yeah, okay. So I'm not really going to be able to... Alright, well, let's investigate the area. I will spook them, then we'll move... We'll move the hour ahead and bring them back, since we know where they're going to be. But I suppose maybe spooking them would add hunting pressure, right? So it's already tainting the science. I guess I should actually get with the info that came out. You guys probably waiting for that. let me get that. We'll talk about that on the way back. Okay, so we know it's their often zone. So we've got that clarified here. And what we will do is we'll go back. They're not too far away. And we'll wait a second, rest an hour, and then head in that direction. So yeah, we'll just go over the info here that was given. Alright, so I'm pretty much just going to read what Michael said, just to give you some info here. So he says, so about hunting pressure, there are two events that will add a bunch of pressure to a zone. Okay, so two events, bunch of pressure. Animal getting hit and animal dying. And two events that will add some pressure to a zone. One, animal hearing a shot fired, and animal hearing a shot make an impact. So it looks like me spooking them does not do any pressure. So it looks like there's 4 events and 4 events only. At least that's what he's given us. So this is the really interesting information to note, okay? Animal getting hit, animal dying. That's big hunting pressure. And then smaller hunting pressure, how I interpret this, is animals hearing a shot and animals hearing a shot make an impact. Alright, so shooting definitely does it, but that's a smaller amount. Alright, and then he also says these events have to occur within the area of the need zone in order to add pressure. Also, not all species receive pressure at equal rates. So, if you don't want to pressure a zone, maybe we can just spook them off like what we did, and then shoot them after we spook them. And maybe that's not going to add any hunting pressure to the zone to flip it, so that's an important thing to keep in mind. Now Michael also goes with another post just to clarify some more things here. After he's seen the video a bit more, he says, and now that he looks at it, he should probably clarify that those events do not stack in one situation. It just accounts for the various outcomes of a hunt. Animal getting hit and dying in the zone, animal getting hit and dying further outside the zone, animal getting hit and surviving or missing your shot. So it looks like there's those 2 different types of hunting pressure, but then the hunting pressure is only being applied to treating the whole occurrence as one event. So that it's going to take a bit to get my mind wrapped around that. It just accounts for various outcomes of the hunt. So animal getting hit and dying is one event. Animal getting hit and dying outside. Okay, so animal getting hit and dying in the zone, animal getting hit and dying outside of the zone is a different one. Animal, because that probably just counts the hit. And then animal getting hit and surviving or missing your shot. Alright, so it's just stuff that happens in that zone, but you can't stack them up. So I wonder if that means if you just open fire in here and hit like 3 of them, does it still just count as 1? Do not stack in one situation. Alright, we'll go with what he says there, that nothing stacks. So it just, you encounter the zone, and then whatever happens during that encounter doesn't stack, it's just one of those events. And then, but then, why is my zone flipping right away? When there's probably no hunting pressure private. Anyways, let's see what happens with these boar. Because if there has to be a shot, all those events include some form of shot, like a hit or a miss or something. Then I know there wasn't any hunting pressure on that one elk herd, because I guess I don't know for sure, right? Because I was shooting in the area on other tests, right? And they could have been in the area. Okay, so I guess I can't be sure. Alright, well I do know these guys don't have any hunting pressure on them, because if we take Michael at his word on his post there, all those instances have some kind of shot involved. Like just spooking them doesn't seem to add hunting pressure. So they should still be at 0. Oh, well, this is going to throw a little curve in my science. So far, no good in science. They did not come back to their zone. So, game's like, we'll just move them to the rare zone, I guess. At least I don't think that would have flipped, right? And we can double check. And then we'll go another hour. Because how far do they drink to? When it's 11 until 3. Oh no, okay. So we're gonna have to wait an entire day to bring them back. No, that's okay. I can do that. We can do that, no problem. Or we can go check on another herd, which we'll probably do, and then come back to this guy. Just later on in the video, because I'll go forward a day. But we might as well see if I can still locate these roe and red deer. So at least we have 2 herds we can monitor here. Now why didn't I think of this before? Instead of when you find them and spook them off of there, like to try and find what the zone is beforehand, you should just go to the other zone that they're not at and see what it is. So, alright, because I got red deer. There's 2 zones. They're at the further one out. So all I'm going to do is check on this closer one and see what zone it is. Then I'll know if they're at their often zone or not. So I got to remember that. It actually would speed up the testing quite a bit, because it saves having to spook them off their zone and just have to go to their other one, find out what it is, to confirm anyways. Should be good enough for this science. So, alright, just gotta keep an eye out for any glows. Oh, here they are down there. So let's see what it is. Okay, so we can confirm that they are at their often zone. So, oh, I got some foxes. Okay, we're gonna ignore the foxes for now. And now wind is good. It's just normal hunting here now. Now it also brings up the question, does hunting pressure fade away? Say I harvest one of these red deer and the zone does not flip, and I don't come back for years and years, like in-game years. Does it fade away, or do they remember and it's like static until, so eventually the zone would flip? I'm just kind of wondering about that. You would think they would build in like the hunting pressure to decrease over time. I think they'd have to, unless it doesn't decrease until it flips and then it resets maybe. I'm not too sure. I also have that instance in the last video where I dried out the zone. So maybe I don't understand that mechanic then. If stuff doesn't stack, how did I dry it out? So there must be some kind of stacking. Alright, so we're getting pretty close. I should be alerting them here really soon. I don't like this because I gotta go down in this slope here. And then I'm going to be right up to them. Alright, well, let's take a look at them anyways with the camera because we're well within range. Yeah, okay. The small guy. Small guy. My typical red deer herd. They don't look old or anything. Alright. So, normally, it does look like the terrain is definitely having an effect these days. Because normally I would have alerted these guys. 100%. Even on hiker, these guys would be alert far out, so the terrain is definitely doing something. And there was definitely a time when it was not the case. There's just no way. This is clearly the hill is protecting me, which is good. Feels better. Oh, did I spook him? No, it's just another calm thing. Okay, cool. So we'll still do a bit of start and stop. Oh, we got some, did they sense me or coming to see me? Where's the other one? Okay, they're right there. That's okay, they're all there. So this is cool though, because this used to not be a thing either. And it's not just the easier difficulty, because these guys do still run like 150 meters out on it. Alright, nice. Oh, I think that was foxes, yeah. Alright, so we're able to sneak up, nice. Just a young guy. And an adult. So I'm going to assume this is just a low fit herd here. We'll just take the 1-star adult. I mean, I could look at, see how even or uneven he is. He looks uneven. No, he does look fairly even. Oh well. He'll be sacrificed. This guy's nice and even. He will be sacrificed here. 50 meters. The Armad will have no trouble with this. No trouble at all. I'm going to go right for the heart. Oh, walking forward on me. Don't go behind sticks. Alright. Didn't quite stay on the heart. I just didn't want him to go behind those bulletproof branches. Oh, he's already going down. Maybe it was heart then. Seems like there's a lot of blood. Alright, so where's their zone markers? Down here. So we knew that was often rest, so that's a shot, and a hit, and a kill. And it's still often, okay. We'll check after we harvest as well. There we go. It was a heart shot. Too far forward though, but still counted. 270's gonna have no trouble there. It didn't exit though. I thought maybe it would exit. Not that close. Maybe I'm giving the 270 a bit more credit than I should. Did the job though. 45%. 412. There. So, and it does not stack. So what happens if we wait an hour, come back, and hit them again? Because that's what I was doing in Tikamoon, and it just stayed often. Not really too sure if I want to do that again, do that test again, because it never, well, that zone I had flipped it and then flipped it back again. Maybe we will venture back here one more time. So I think that's what we'll do. He's kind of far away though. Alright, so I think I'll go into the next day. And we'll check on these guys. And we'll just repeat what we did. Hopefully these boar show up here. Alright, into a new day, into a new year. Yeah, there's a 4-star boar I should probably check out real quick. After this, maybe. See if these guys are here or not. So this is the wild boar at their often drink zone. We'll just repeat the same thing if they're actually here. Hopefully they are. They are not here again. Interesting. Now I know some are going to say that, oh, you spooked them off of there, that they're going to go to their other zone. No, I'm not going to credit it to that. I've seen it way too often that they just stay at their often zone no matter what you do. I know it's changed now, but I think I'm just getting bad roll of the dice there on where they're spawning. But that's okay too, because I'll move it ahead another hour. I'm not too sure they're going to switch back. That's something I haven't figured out. I don't know if you're sleeping within a time zone, like a time slot, that if they're going to bounce back between zones, or if they're going to stay to the one that they're assigned to for the slot. So they're just at their rare zone again. But yeah, no, I'm not going to credit it to spooking them earlier. That's giving it too much credit. I think I just got the roll of the dice there, where they're going to be over there for now. No problem though. Let's see if these guys moved. So they should still be at these red deer here should still be at their often zone, but let's find out. Oh wait, silly me, they're not resting yet. I'm ahead of schedule for their rest, so we can't do that. We'll teleport back, and we will actually move these guys again. Let's see if it works. Because if I made the game, I would make it that they do not teleport between zones upon resting. Like once they're assigned to the one zone for that time slot, they would stick to it. That's how I would do it. But I'm just not too sure. So, well, we'll see. Some additional side science here. Okay, yeah, they are there. So the game can teleport them within the same time slot back and forth. So that's interesting. So if they're not at the often zone you want, you can just move ahead an hour and try again. Should be about 4 to 5 times they appear at the often zone. Oh well. A little bit of science there. I wasn't sure they would switch. But they are back. Alright, should be getting visual on them here now. Let's see who's in here. Anybody old? Old and ready for the freezer. There's a mature female. Take her. There should be more down here. Young male. Yeah, there's more back in here. Nothing fantastic though. Yeah, nothing to write home about. I think it's going to be the oldest one in the group. Right there. Alright, you are our target. By this tree. 190 out. Oh, they're traveling. Where are you going? I still got my eyes on her though. Okay. No hunter since dot. Well, let's see how the 270 does. We're sort of already familiar with the 270. But I'm not very good at boar heart shots at all. I know it sits back further, I believe. So let's try it because it's super accurate. But what an angle to try to do heart shot at. Oh man. Visualize. That was a lot of blood. Not a heart though. Oh, maybe it was. Okay, yay! 270's just having delayed heart kills, it looks like. Good. That was a tricky angle. With how I do the shot placement anyways. I find the best technique for me is just to visualize the x-ray of the animal and how deep the organ is in, because it changes the angles and everything like that. Yeah, because how far the organ's inside definitely affects the angle of entry and all that. But that's the only way I was able to do that, as long as it is a hard shot, and I think it is. If I can't do it unless I visualize the inside, like the X-ray vision of it. As soon as I learned to do that, then my shot placement improved a lot. Okay. So they're not flipping on the single instance. So it is possible I had hunting pressure built up, I guess. But you figured it would have dissipated by the time I did the test. I don't know, it's kind of confusing. Let's just pick her up, take a look at the shot. Yep. Hit it right on, too. Oh, no, a bit to the right. Still what I was looking to do, though. Oh, it exited. Okay, cool. Perfect. Yeah, it's a weird angle, as you can see, where you're coming from. Sitting higher than because if you're just looking at the outside of them, the urge is to shoot down here and forward more, but it's back and high. At least that's the urge I have. That's why I hit the right side of the heart. But I know it sits back further. Yeah. Because you can do the inspect. Show organs. Oh no, I want to inspect without it. Because this is like the angle here, and the heart's like right back here. And you're used to shooting forward, but anyways, that's all it is. Amateur female, 381. There we go. Alright, so that zone, I'm just triple checking, did not flip. And the Red Deer one didn't. Okay. So that is possible. I had built up hunting pressure. I mean, if the hunting pressure doesn't dissipate out, then then I could have it built up, I suppose. We figured it should decrease over time, I would hope. So I am running out of time, just mainly because my first recording failed. So I'm going to bring the UTV this time, because I don't plan on resetting. Now, we're ahead another hour, because I had to move the time slot for the Red Deer to be resting. But we might as well see if these boar just came right back again. Did they just return? They did. Okay. So that's why I don't give much game logic to them switching zones without the actual flipping of the title of the thing, of them just changing on there. Like, I don't give much credit to that. I think the game just keeps rolling the dice. 1 out of 5 times they end up at the rare zone. That's just my experience with it. And this is because I see this all the time. I just took one of them. Why are they back an hour later? They should be at the other zone, right? But that's what I mean. I think the game only cares about the label of the zone. There's my guess on it. So we will take another one because this is a nice, easy test to do. So they don't stack, but this is another occurrence, right? Another instance. So we'll hit another one here. Oh, I thought there was only one mature female in the group. Alright, we'll take another one. Oh, he was here before? Wait, where were these guys hiding? Alright. Where were they hiding? Well, no matter. We'll probably take the 2-star. There we go, 120 out. Our mad time again. Give it another test run. Try for hard again. Maybe. Oh, look at that. I'm getting the heart shots down here. Alright, so he's down. Should be some good money for him. I'll just check the zone. So we have a 0 hunting pressure wild boar herd. There it goes, it went rarely. So 2. That corresponds to the last video I did with the Antica Moon. Once I flipped the zone, it took 2 harvests to get it back. I'm wondering if it has to do with like herd size. Does every single animal hearing the gunshot add hunting pressure? No, they probably didn't do it that complicated. It's probably hit, harvest, and then hit, harvest, counting as 4 instances, and the zone flips. That's a new theory for me. Another nice hard shot. 122 meters. Nice. 60%, that's fine. 300 big ones. Okay, so let's go. I'm going to get the UTV again, and the red deer should be at us. So we can do the same kind of test, because we've got a harvest on. As long as they're sitting on the same zone, we should be able to do another hit and a harvest test. So at the end of, I think it was at the end of the other video. I'm not too sure though. Yeah, I think so. I was settling with because it seemed like there's some RNG in place. I don't think that's the case anymore. I'm not too sure. I'm going to be switching my hypothesis to these occurrences, as Michael was sort of referring to, or these instances of non-stackable. I don't know what you would call it. It's just like an occurrence. It's a thing on its own, an event. So I'm thinking that a hit counts as one thing, and then if they die on the zone, that counts as another thing. Everything has to be on the zone, I'm assuming. And so I've got 2 hits and 2 kills on the same zone, so that'd be 4 things is how I'm interpreting it anyways. Oh, you guys flit up in here, did you? So that's my new running theory now. And we'll take a look at this one, because if I can do a nice shot on these red deer and have them drop on the zone, it should flip as well, because it was 0 hunting pressure, and then that will be 4 little instance things that build pressure. This is not an easy way to travel, though. Is this the way I came before? I don't remember it being like this. Oh, we should just abandon the UTV. Okay, there we go. A normal parking spot forever. Oh, it kicked me out the front. Okay, we'll never get it out again. All right, so first things first. Need to make sure they're actually on the appropriate zone. And yeah, I am running out of time. Oh goodness, so much to do all the time. Alright, I'm going to be in range here, just use the camera. And we'll see here. They are indeed at their often rest zone again. Now, I must have approached from a different way last time. I don't remember where I was. I do not. I had more hill in between us. This should be... Oh, they're alerted. Okay, I don't want to mess up. Okay, we're gonna take a shot before I mess up here. Darn. I need a kill on the zone. Or I want a kill on the zone. Should have brought a bigger gun to make sure. Oh, you're coming this way? Okay, you'll do. Heart shot from the front. Does this branch bulletproof? No, the branch isn't bulletproof. Good. Alright, good just two. Now we're gonna headshot. We'll try hard again. Hopefully I can get them to... Or should we try headshot here just to make sure they go down on the zone? Maybe. Alright. Just to make sure they go down on it. So that was their often rest. And it's got a hit and a kill, and now another hit and a kill. So that should flip it. If the theory holds. Well, let's see. Yeah, okay, resting rarely. Alright, so I've got something that's repeatable anyway, so at least we got a starting point. Brain shot on that animal. 300? Alright, so we got a starting point anyways. Because if I go back up to this zone... Oh yeah, they were up here before. If I go back to this zone, it should say resting often. But yeah, there's a starting point. So I think that's how, that's where I'm going to go from here when I'm trying to sort this out. Is yeah, there's going to be a lot more testing that have to be done to really sort it out. Because what happens if you hit them and they don't die on the zone? It sounds like it. If they die off of the zone, it doesn't count as much. But that'll be something we got to figure out later. But this is a good start though, because at least I think it gets rid of my RNG sort of assumption. Where's this other zone? Just want to make sure it's it often. Oh, did I mark it in the wrong spot? Oh, well, I have tested this already before, so it's not a big thing if I can't find the zone. That looks green? Yeah, okay, so it's back here. So this shows often. And then what happened on the other map is I did the same thing. I did 2 hits and harvests. I'm not sure they were all on the zone though. The hits were. But it did the same thing. It flipped back. But then I couldn't flip it again. So there might be like a max amount of times you can flip it or something like that. Anyway, so that's fun testing. So a bit of info there to keep in mind. The last thing I want to do is just quickly check on a 4-star boar because it should be not far from the lodge. Yeah, it's just this guy right here. So did I mark? I'm just checking my toolbox here. Alright, final thing for the episode. I have a 4-star wild boar that would have grew a little bit into the new year here. I have marked this one fairly well. I know both of their often zones. So their often rest is straight ahead and their often drink is a bit off to the left further back. And it's kind of in between times, so they should be transitioning from that drink zone to the rest very shortly. So that is the plan. So I'm just going to come up probably to the left because of the wind. See if I can locate them. Maybe get a 5-star boar. Looks like they haven't left the drink zone yet. So I think they're over here. They should be coming this way very soon. If they do choose to come into their often rest zone, I could sit and wait for them. But yeah, limited on time kind of thing. I think... where did they go? Good old camera. Up we go, camera. Oh. Whoa. They're moving out. They're not going to their often zone. You tricky pigs. They're pulling a fast one on me. The wind. The wind. That's not good. Okay, let's just get... We just need eyes on him here. Who's looking big? Oh, he's still 4-star. Alright, so much for that. Now, alright, there's 2 4-stars. Yay, okay. Oh, 1-star material. Let's take him out. They're not on his own, so maybe this is a free one. I'll make sure I get the right one. He's right there. I got eyes on him. He's moving though. He's right. He's the one in the back. He's right through the trees. I'm losing him. He's this one. The wind. Sneak it in. Oh, that's risky. That's quite the risky shot. Well, let's see what happens here. So in terms of hunting pressure there, I have no idea what to make of that. They are not at any zone. They're in between. So I don't really know how that's going to work. Alright. Bolt is open. Means we gotta reload. There we go. So, how did the 270 do on that really awkward shot? That's where I would want the 9.3. Nope, he lived. Alright, so we got a hit where he lives. And no idea how that affects hunting pressure. Darn, wounded animal out there. And they're up there. Well, I should be back to see them anyways, since there's double 4 stars there now. Alright. Well, I think that'll close it off the episode, because I definitely gotta go. So hope everybody enjoyed. Hopefully you guys enjoying your hunts. And take care. See you next time.